What's going on, guys? So I've had a few requests on how I would install a bobber seat. I'm going to walk you through that on this frame that I'm doing now, so follow along and I'll show you the parts I use and how to mount it up. Let's go. So I already know where I want my seat to be in terms of where my wheel is going to go and where I want the seat to actually sit. I'm going to weld this bracket here, and then I'm going to hammer down these sides so that it'll hug the round tube and not have these big huge gaps. That way I'll be able to tack weld that on there. And then the seat will mount here, and then really figuring out where your legs are going and where the spring's going to sit. That's how you kind of determine what size spring you need, a 3-inch or 1-inch. They make 2 inches. But it helps if you go ahead and get the seat on where you want it, then start working on your legs after the fact. And there you go. It just welded on. I'll get all that cleaned up and ground down some. But now the post is on. The seat bolts right to that, and then onto the back legs. Okay, I wanted you to see. So sometimes when you're doing this, your bottom legs may not be high enough because this seat is swooped way too much. It needs to be up about right here. So what I will do is build some 1-inch tube up, and then I'll run a bridge around because the wheel is going to come right in here, so you got to pay attention to that. So what I'll do is I'll run a bridge. This will bolt onto there. You can get a better idea what these look like. You can see how they bolt on. They got a perfect fit right on there. That's not a good angle. It needs to be straight up and down, or at least at an angle this way, or it's going to want to try to pop off. So I'll build a bridge to get across so that I can have my seat at a good angle and I'm not going to hit my tire, and I can run my tire as close as I want to without running into any issues. So as you guys can see, this is like the perfect example of trying to figure out what you're going to do. That's where I want my seat. You can see what a difference I have from here to here. So now I got to figure out what can I do that's going to not look out of place and function correctly. So right now my idea is to run another piece of 1-inch up here, cap it off, and then run a cool gusset down there. Maybe put some holes in the gusset or something to hold that, but I'll cap it off so it looks like the back plates back here, so it'll give you look like that. And I also want to run a fender, so what this will do is allow me to run this post here. I'll be able to run something across the back there, and then my fender has a place to mount, and I'll do it down there. But like I was saying, it doesn't always work out when you're doing the seat because you got to know where you want it. Had I kept going down, I would have hit the wheel. So this is where I want to kind of sit up high. I like my seats to run usually a little lower than the tire, but on this one, because I want it to be a rider, I'm even using a 26 by 2.5, I think these wheels are. They're just your standard regular Huffy bicycle wheel. So it's not a thick wheel. Alright, so we're going to get back to that. Okay guys, here you can see my idea for how I'm going to correct the seat post. I made these here. Real simple. Just capped off the ends, coped it. They'll slide right in there. Hold the seat on. And then I'll put a gusset in here. Something, something that looks kind of cool. It'll go right in there and the seat will stay and it'll be plenty strong. There you go, guys. So you can see that I added that extra little gusset there. I'll finish weld that up there and around, but I wanted to give you the idea of how you can make things work even when they kind of look like they weren't going to.